Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to another video. Today I'm in Rysel Pro Shop for the bike fitting. So let's start it. First of all, a few questions about the physical and all the procedure what I have to follow. So let's begin. Now we can ask.
Perfect. So you've come in today to get fitted to your lapierre.
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. Yeah.
Any physical injuries you've had? Obviously, you mentioned the tendon.
Yeah, apart from 8 weeks ago, the tear of the tendon, I'm completely perfectly fit.
Perfect. In terms of any previous bike fit issues, in terms of knee pain, foot pain, anything like that?
Nothing at all. No, everything is perfect.
So what we're going to do next, we're going to measure you up on what they call a 2D body analyzer. It's a measuring jig. To get your height, torso length, inseam, arm length, and then that will give our system an idea of what basically position or not position, but what position is best suited for yourself. Obviously, it's a guideline. It's not okay, this is your position, go away. And
we're gonna walk through the procedure.
It.
Yeah, that's only the main point. We're going
to make adjustments in terms of saddle height, crank length, various different adjustments, because sometimes the system goes perfect, everything's great, fit it, everything's perfect, no changes. Other times the system gives us one measurement and we find actually it's very different. So
that's the reason why I came here, because most of the cycling shop, wherever you go, they always based on a system what the computer tell you, but the proper bike fit, which is on this jig, it gives you warranty that you properly fit for the bike where you get from when you get from the website of your special bike you're riding with. Okay, so let's start it.
Let's get you fitted. So first off, we'll get you to stand up against here. Just going to move this so it's out of the way. I'm just going to measure to the top of your sternum, which should be just around there. So I'm just going to bring this forward. This is measuring your torso height. You know, when that's sat on the sternum. Is that sat on?
Yep.
Perfect. 50. So I get you to pull that up as high as you can. So really yank it, because we're measuring your inseam. That's 90.
With a little bit of pressure, yeah?
Yeah. Do you want me to hold that? And then you can. So that's 94 on that. There we go. Got that. And then you can let it down. This, and then I'm just going to be measuring your shoulder height and arm length. So I'm going to bring the bar up. If you want to place yourself just like I was. 26.6. I've made, and then the measurements the system calculates from what I've taken, and then compares it against the average. So if I make this a little bit bigger,
Excellent.
Annoyingly it doesn't fill this page, but your inseam is longer than average. Your torso is longer than average, so a part of you is shorter. It could be a shorter neck, which is interesting. And then right foot, so your left foot is 4 mil longer than your right. Nothing egregious there. Shoulder width is bang on the average for your height. So for example, for me, my shoulder width is the average for my height, so I'm 177 on a good day, now 176.5, and my average is around 42 centimeters for my height, but then my shoulders are 39 centimeters because I'm a very small human.
Yep.
So I'd need a 38 or a 40 centimeter handlebar.
Yeah.
I run a 40 at the moment, though I feel like a 38 would be a little bit.
Yeah, I've got 42 at the moment, which is spot on.
Which is pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
Ideally, a 43 would be perfect, but you can't get those. So a
Exactly,
42 is a good compromise. A 44 might just be a little bit wide. Again, we're talking.
I was thinking even go to the 40.
Yeah.
you know, and then with the little flare on the end, on a drop bar, yeah.
It can be, with the flares, I'll probably go with a 42 with a flare.
Yes,
Because
that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
that'll give that
On
little bit of width.
when I'm going on the aero position on the hood,
It keeps you
they will
narrow.
be keep my arms a little bit closer for the better aerodynamic benefits. But
Exactly.
I will see in the future. At the moment, I'm just trying to concentrate on a good bike fitting, and then we will work from that.
Yeah. Once we've done the fit, and then reach is 403, saying 400 for reach, so that's pretty much okay. Again, we'll have a look what it's saying. Again, setback, that's more bike fit than frame. And this, like the 622, the 577, that's basically if you were to take this and send it to like I want a straight top tube, I want 73.5 degree seat tube, stuff like that, that's then what you give them. Obviously, bike to bike, it changes.
Definitely.
So for example, if I go to here, and then I go next, I can then find La Pierre. No, that's it was the SL. So it's saying the XXL, weirdly, which surprises me. 402. So then this gives us like an idea of what we want.
We can compare what exactly system, what exactly the website, the product website is showing you geometry, and from the hours measurement what we take at the moment.
Exactly.
The suggestion what's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, but of course, any correction is gonna be on a jig.
Yes, exactly. So it's saying fit a 120 stem instead of a 100. Interesting. The stack is lower than what the bike fit was giving us, but the Excelius is quite an aggressive bike.
Yeah, so it's a proper racing bike. Yeah.
So that's perfectly normal. Reach is okay. Again, it's telling us a 43 centimeter handlebar.
Which is nice.
So 42. Again, what I'll do is I'll put these, or the measurements from what it's given us, onto the jig, and then we'll be able to see how that looks for yourself. So I'll put these measurements in. Just quickly take a
Perfect.
photo of those, and then we'll be able to get you on the jig and cycling.
It's not changing gears, yeah?
No, no.
Okay.
So just pedal at your normal cadence. I guess that'll be what, about 70, 80 normally. Again, we're not doing an FTP test, so I'm not too worried about that. The one thing that's going to be difficult is I'm just going to have to do some maths to figure out what the difference is between the stack and the reach. Well, the reach is fine on the frame. And this is why we ideally have the bike here, so then we can measure it and we get a better understanding. Does it feel far off?
Oh, it's actually fine, yeah. It's a 120, yeah? Stem?
I'm not sure what stem length it is, but it's just the reach that the system's given us.
Okay. Because I've got the fit 110, so... But when we checked, I saw you said 120 supposed to be, huh?
it's what the system sort of suggested. But again, that's the system. That's not a human saying. Hey. Do you ever get any foot discomfort? On
No,
the inside,
everything's
outside?
fine. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Does that feel better, worse, indifferent?
Give it a couple minutes to find
Yeah,
out.
no worries.
Setup to find out is the saddle position, because you know, when you jump on a bike and you start cycling, most of the time you sit perfectly, yeah, but after 20 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour, when you get a little bit start feeling tired,
Yeah.
you start changing, start looking the better position, more comfy for yourself.
When you're riding, do you normally find you scoot forward on the saddle? Or
Yeah. That's why I think sometimes I got any problem, because I go in too forward.
For me, the front end is too long. Because if you find you scoot forward on the saddle, that's your body basically telling you, I need to go forward, because the reach is too long. And sometimes the front end is too low as well. Do you ever get any sort of backache, anything like that at all?
No, I get something, but if I go like over 100k, and depends of which bike. On the gravel, of course, no, because it's more comfy, bigger tires, and I have suspensions, seat posts, so it's completely different. But
Yeah.
if I go on a Lapierre, and there's in Peterborough, you cannot find perfect roads, especially on a village. When you go through the villages, you know, so there's loads of potholes, and I have on the wheels 26mm tires, so you can feel the pain even after short ride.
Yeah.
I have some feeling like technique of my pedaling. Maybe not correct, because I'm, like I said, I got broken ankle a few years ago. So that's why sometimes I feel more pressure on the left foot,
Yeah.
you know, here on the right side, on the left side here. But I don't know how.
So you feel
How
there's
smooth.
pressure on the outside?
Yeah. Only on the left foot, but the right is perfect.
If you pop off for me and have a look at your cleats.
How about the technique of the pedaling? Is okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I go in like this when I'm tired, you know.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go like this.
You don't want to point the toes. You want the
Just a
foot
little
to-
bit.
You want the foot to be so. A
Natural
common
movement,
misconception
yeah.
is when the saddle is too high, you point the toes. Because the pros do it, that must be right. No, the pros are running their saddles too high. The main reason for that, they're getting a pinch in the hip, so they want to open up the hips by raising the saddle. But then what does that cause? Point of the toes, overextension of the leg, and more issues. I'm noticing on the left-hand side, you're pointing the toe more. That can be driven by instability of the foot. So again, you said you've broken that ankle,
Yeah.
correct? So that could be part of it, is basically the ankle going, no, I haven't got that mobility. In terms of pedal stroke, it is smooth. That's not too bad. How are the cleats feeling? Do they feel better, worse?
Yeah, that's actually feel fine. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you notice, have you noticed what I did? Obviously they're brand new cleats, so that will feel better as well. But in terms of
Definitely.
the change that I
You'll
made.
probably move a little bit upwards, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
because I think they've been a little bit more on a
They
straight
were
position.
a little bit pointed in.
Yeah,
Did you ever find you were getting pain on the back?
I had, yeah.
Yeah. So I have that as well. I'm changing that on. I had it on the ride I did the other week. Because of my unclipping, I have the tension on the pedals quite high. It had moved the cleat around, so then I started to get pain on the back here.
Yeah.
I found as I was riding, if I forced my foot in, like around, like I would, because I stand the same. I have,
like feet, like duck.
duck feet.
Yeah.
When I did that, the pain went away. Them slightly, so they were slightly pointing in, not enough that it shouldn't rub on your cramps or anything like that. Do you notice where the pressure is at the bottom of the foot? Does it feel any different, or does it feel about the same?
I think it's a little bit better. But I will tell you if I have a more resistance because it's too light for me, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so I cannot say.
I can increase it a little bit.
I need to put a little bit more power to
Yeah.
find out exactly how I'm pressing on the pedal. Yeah.
So do you notice the pressure of the cleat is a little bit further back?
Yeah.
Yep. So what I've done, I've brought the cleat back.
Full back, yeah, full way back.
All the way back,
Yeah.
as far back as I could get it. Again, because you've got to size up to accommodate for the width of the foot, which we would normally recommend. We recommend going for a wide fit toe box and then getting the right size, because then that means the cleat position can be further back.
Yeah.
Because bikes are getting narrower and narrower, to allow your athlete to go around the corner
Yes.
faster.
Depends on
whilst
the
pedaling.
measurement of your.
Exactly.
Of your
So
hip.
for most people, road bikes now are too narrow. So having to then space
Spaces
the
for
shoes
the.
out.
Yeah.
What would be interesting to try is try a SRAM pedal spacer. Because you were saying it's just on the left.
On the left, yeah. Just
Let me go
left.
grab a SRAM pedal spacer
Okay.
and space the pedal out just like 2 mil
Okay.
and see if that makes a difference.
Okay. Looks like it's a bit better feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe because my feet is going away from.
So yeah, so I just space the foot out just a little bit, because you were saying it's on the left hand side. Just going to come around the front just to have a look at. Just going to move the fan out of the way. Just need to have a sit down here. Hello. Knees are tracking nicely. Do you ever find at any point your knees hitting the top tube when you're riding, or is it usually?
No.
No?
It's like that. That's my technique of pedaling. So
Yeah. So the only thing I'm noticing is your hands. You're coming away from the shifter and sitting here. What that tells me is your body is wanting to come in.
Yeah. So that's why I'm moving.
So that's telling me the reach is too long. So it would be to bring the bars a little bit closer, so you naturally want to fall into the hoods. You don't want to sort of feel like you're having to reach for them. A good trick that I use is to imagine you have a 50 pence piece here and you're trying to hold it. So sort of trying to hold
Stay in position to don't get to slow down.
and that helps you sort of move. Sometimes you grow into bad habits of like the back arching and then reaching with the arms. What that allows is you just use then more of your length of your back,
Yeah.
and it allows you to relax the arms a little bit. It looks okay. You're not getting any sort of like aches, anything
No,
like that, that sort of flaring up at all. And you're saying the knee feels better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No even a little pain, not even pinch. It's perfect. Perfect.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, for me, I'm happy with what we have here. And what I'll do is I'll remeasure and then put that through. And then what you could then do, because I'll send you an email with everything on there, is then compare that to your current bike, double check the stack, double check everything like that.
Definitely.
And then from there we can get a closer idea of what the bike is.
Like I said, in a couple months I will revisit you with my bike, and then we're gonna make adjustments. I will do myself, but anyway, I will pop in just to make sure everything is spot on.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I give you update about my feeling, how I'm feeling on the setup.
You'll have my email address, so if you do have any feedback, if you do go out for a ride, for example, with the shoes, because that's the main change we're making, so we're not making any changes to the bike itself. I will remeasure and then see what, because I did a sports rather than competition, see what it tells me on here. So crank length we kept at 1725. I'm going to imagine it's probably
I was thinking about if it's not going for the shorter, because some of the cyclists says if you're suffering with knee pain, maybe it's considering to change the crank length, but it's not always work for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is different, so
exactly. So for some people, a shorter crank works. Usually smaller riders.
Yeah.
It works. For taller riders, so around sort of your height, I'd say 170 would probably be the lowest I would go. I mean, Tadej Pogacar is 177, I think. He's about the same height as me. So he runs 165s, obviously it works for him, but again, he's inhuman, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, yes.
And it suits his riding style. The main benefit of the 165 is it allows you to open up the hips, because you raise the saddle up. For example, if you're running 170s, you'd raise the saddle by 5 mil if you're going down to 165s.
Yeah.
That then opens up the hips a little bit more, and then because your leg's not coming up as high, it even more so.
That's why I'm thinking if my legs going too high while I'm pedaling, the pedal is in a high position, in a top position, so maybe the angle is too high, and that was my consideration, or maybe I should go for the short.
I mean, we can quickly try a 165.
I will try first do on this setup, and then like I said, I give you updates, and maybe we can try for half an hour, so ride on a shorter one. We will see. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much for today. It was pleasure to listen to you, the experienced guy, all the tips and tricks. Perfect, great. Thank you very much.
I'm here 5 days a week, 306 days of the year.
Yeah, and as you know me, I'm very often in London, so I definitely visit you very soon.
Looking forward to the next visit.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you very much.